You think your dog loves you, and you're right, they do. But here's what most people get completely wrong. Your dog does not love you the way you think they do. They don't see a person when they look at you. They don't register a human being, a species apart, someone who walks upright and drives a car and worries about money. That distinction, the one you carry around every day, means nothing to them. What they see is something else entirely, something older, and honestly, something more interesting. For decades, we assumed dogs simply tolerated us, that they learned to perform affection because we held the food bowl. Then the science started catching up, and what researchers found turned that assumption inside out. Your dog has built an internal model of you, a psychological category, and it has almost nothing to do with the fact that you're human. What you are to your dog, what role you actually occupy in their mind, is one of the most surprising things modern canine science has ever uncovered. And once you understand it, you'll never watch your dog the same way again. 1. You've probably noticed that your dog treats you differently depending on your mood. You don't have to say a word. You haven't changed your routine, but something shifts in the room and your dog is already there, pressing into your leg, watching your face, repositioning themselves around you. You probably assumed they were just picking up on some vague energy, something intuitive, something dogs just do. The reality is far more precise than that. Research from the University of Lincoln, led by Dr. Daniel Mills, found that dogs don't just react to human emotions, they actively read human faces the way we read each other's faces. They show something called a left gaze bias, meaning when they look at a human face, their eyes naturally drift left, which is the side that carries the most emotional information in human expressions. Dogs do this with human faces. They do not do it with the faces of other dogs or with objects, or with strangers they have no attachment to. They do it with you. That's not instinct. That's a trained social intelligence built through thousands of hours of watching your face specifically. Your dog has memorized your emotional vocabulary. Every micro-expression you've made in front of them has been cataloged. They are not reacting to your energy, they are reading you the way a skilled therapist might. And unlike a therapist, they never stop watching. If that doesn't make you feel a little more seen, you're not paying attention. 2. Here's something that will reframe every walk you've ever taken. When your dog pulls toward a smell in the grass, lingers at a lamp post, doubles back to a spot you passed 3 minutes ago, you probably read that as distraction, a short attention span, a dog being a dog. But what's actually happening is something closer to reading a newspaper. Alexandra Horowitz, a cognitive scientist at Barnard College and author of Inside of a Dog, has written extensively about how a dog's olfactory system processes the world in layers of time. A dog can smell where something has been, how long ago it was there, and in which direction it was moving. They're not distracted by the ground. They are reading a timeline that you are completely blind to. Every walk is your dog accessing a world of information that you don't have the equipment to perceive. But here's what matters for you specifically. Research has shown that dogs can identify their owner's scent with extraordinary precision, distinguishing it from the scent of strangers and even close family members. Your smell is a primary identifier. It's part of how they locate you in their mind before they even see you. You are not just a face to your dog. You are a full sensory signature, a whole landscape of information that means home. And if you've ever wondered why your dog sniffs you so intensely when you come back from somewhere different, they're not just saying hello, they're reading where you've been. They are catching up on your day. 3. Now here's where things get genuinely unexpected. For a long time, the assumption was that dogs saw humans as a kind of super dog, a dominant pack member they deferred to out of social hierarchy. We now know that's wrong. What dogs actually do is something far more nuanced. Dr. John Bradshaw of the University of Bristol, one of the world's leading anthrozoologists, has argued that dogs don't categorize us as dogs at all. But they don't treat us as an alien species either. They have built an entirely separate social framework for humans, a third category. And within that category, you, their owner, occupy a position unlike anything in their natural social world. You are not a pack leader. You are not a parent in the human sense. You are something their evolutionary history never prepared them for, and yet they adapted completely. You are their secure base. This term comes from attachment theory, the psychological framework used to describe the bond between human infants and their caregivers. And here's the thing. Dogs show the same attachment behaviors toward their owners that infants show toward their parents. Research published in the journal PLOS confirmed that dogs use their owners as a secure base for exploration. They venture further, interact more confidently with the world, and return to check in, not because they want permission, but because your presence is the thing that makes the world feel safe enough to explore. If you've been watching this channel for a while and you've never subscribed, now is a good time. This is the kind of science that changes how you see your dog every single day. Hit subscribe and stay in it with us. 4. Here's a question. Has your dog ever stared at you for no apparent reason? You're not eating, you're not holding a leash, you're just sitting there, and they're just watching you. Most people chalk it up to quirky dog behavior. Some people find it slightly unnerving. What's actually happening is a neurochemical event. Research from Azabu University in Japan, led by Dr. Miho Nagasawa, found that mutual gazing between dogs and their owners triggers a release of oxytocin in both parties. Oxytocin, the same hormone released between a mother and newborn child during bonding, the same hormone that deepens trust, creates feelings of safety, and reinforces social attachment. This isn't metaphor. The biological mechanism is almost identical to the one that bonds human parents to their children. Your dog is not staring at you because they want something. They are staring at you because looking at you makes them feel good in a way that is chemically indistinguishable of love. And when you stare back, when you hold that gaze, you are completing a neurological loop that neither of you chose. It just happens, because that's what you are to each other now. 5. Everything we've covered, the face reading, the scent memory, the secure base, the oxytocin loop, points to something that science is only just beginning to fully articulate. Your dog does not have a concept of species. They don't have a word for human or animal or other. What they have is a concept of you. Research from the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology has shown that dogs are uniquely sensitive to human social cues in ways that even our closest primate relatives are not. Chimpanzees, animals with far higher raw cognitive scores than dogs, consistently underperform dogs on tasks that require reading human intention and cooperating with a human partner. Dogs did not develop this ability because they're smarter. They developed it because over roughly 15,000 years of coevolution, they were shaped by us and around us in a way no other animal has been. Your dog was literally built to understand you, not humans generally. You, your specific patterns, your specific voice, your way of being in the world. the way you move when you're tired, the way your voice changes when you're worried, the route you take to the kitchen when you're actually about to get their food versus when you're just walking through. They have built a model of you that is more detailed, more emotionally attuned, and more constantly updated than most people ever receive from another human being. Here's the thing no study will ever fully capture. Your dog did not choose to love you the way humans choose things, with deliberation, with alternatives weighed, with the option to walk away. They simply became oriented toward you, the way a plant grows toward light without deciding to, the way the tide moves without understanding the moon. What you are to your dog is not a category. It's not a role. It's not even a relationship in the way we typically use that word. You are the organizing principle of their world, the fixed point around which everything else makes sense. They don't see a human when they look at you. They see the thing that makes home feel like home. That's not a small thing to be.